everyone. I hope you all will be fine, safe and healthy at your home. So let us start our next chapter, that is metal and non-metal. So in our today's session we will study about some physical properties of metal. So here I have brought few information about the metal that which I am going to discuss with you. So the first point which I have written for you, about 80% of known elements are metal. Means whatever the elements we know that about all of them, about 80% are of metals. Okay. Second point, they possess large atomic radius. Atomic radius is what? The distance of outermost electron from the nucleus. Okay. So most probably all the metals, they have large atomic radius. Next is they have low ionization energy. Ionization energy is what? The minimum amount of energy which is required to remove the electron from outermost shell, or simply you can say valence shell. But here you just have to understand in short, they possess low ionization energy, and in detail what is ionization energy, that I will discuss in the next session. Okay. See the next point. They have small number of electrons in outermost shell. Okay, like suppose you are having sodium. So sodium, its atomic number is 11. So whenever you will do its configuration, you will have 281. So less number of electrons are to be there. Okay, 1. Suppose we are talking about calcium. Calcium, atomic number 20. Configuration, this is of 2882. So only the valence electrons are 2. So simply we can say they have a small number of electrons in outermost shell. Next point which you have to understand, they are highly electropositive. Electropositive means they carry positive charge by the donation of electron easily, like sodium. This is having 281 configuration. So one electron will be easily donated by sodium, and easily it can carry positive charge to acquire the noble gas configuration. Okay. So this is the main nature of the metals that I have discussed with you. Now the next, they are hard in the nature. Most probably all the metals are hard in the nature, but few exceptions are there. Like sodium and potassium, they are soft and even they can cut with the knife. And mercury is the another example which occurs in a liquid form at the room temperature. And the next property, they have high melting and boiling point. So W that I have written, this is of tungsten, and tungsten that have the highest melting point, and mercury it shows the lowest melting point. But here few exceptions are there. Gallium and cesium, these are the metals, they have very low melting point. They starts to melt keeping on the palm. Okay, suppose we will put on the palm, they starts to melt, means they start to melt as they come in the contact with of body temperature only. Now the next, they are highly malleable. Highly malleable means they can be beaten into thin sheet. Okay, but exceptions are there. Sodium, potassium, gallium and cesium, they cannot be beaten into thin sheet. And thin sheets converting metals are there, like silver, gold, aluminium. Okay, these are the metals, okay, that are highly malleable. Now next property, they are highly ductile. Ductility means they can be drawn into the thin wire. Examples are there, again silver, gold, aluminium and copper, but exceptions are there. Sodium, potassium, mercury, gallium and cesium, again they cannot be converted into a wire because these are very soft metals. Okay. Now, they are good conductor of electricity, that we know that most probably we have studied in the lower classes. Metals easily they can conduct the electricity, and examples are there, aluminium, copper and silver. And silver here I have highlighted, this is the best conductor of electricity. But again the exception are to be there. Lead. Lead is the poorest conductor, that we must know that. Okay, exception means that will not, the part of the that simply you can say these are the metal which do not follow the proper either one or two properties of the metal still, but they are coming in the categories of metals. Okay. Now the next property, they are highly reactive. All the metals are most probably they easily can react. Now normally they are solid at room temperature, but the exception I have written, mercury, that occurs in a liquid form at room temperature. Okay. Now next, they are metallic in the nature. Metallic luster. Luster means they show the shine. Most probably they have the shiny surface. Now the next, high densities. high density, here I have written the point, most probably all the metals, they have the densities greater than 5 gram per centimeter cube. So that goes in the category of high density. Sonorosity means all the metals are most probably sonorous in the nature, means they produce loud sound when they are beaten with a hammer. Okay, but again exception comes in front of you, because those are soft metal, they cannot produce the loud sound. So sodium, potassium and mercury, they are non-sonorous metals. Okay, last property, last important point which I have written about the metal, alloy formation. First of all, here you should know that what is alloy. Alloy is the homogeneous mixture of metal with the metal, or the metal with the non-metal. Okay, so here I have written there the brass. Brass, that is the composition of copper with the zinc. As like suppose you are making Zn and you are mixing with mercury, so it becomes zinc amalgam. Okay, any alloy of mercury, that is to be known as amalgam. So if the specific metals they are mixed with the another metal, their properties are to be improved, that becomes useful to us. Okay, so these are the important physical properties that I have discussed with you. I hope you all have got it properly, what are the general properties of metal. And now in the next session we will discuss about the chemical properties of metal. That's all for today's session.